Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us we have the Wurkkos HD05. It's a foldable 4-in-1 21700 powered everyday carry flashlight. You can find this retailing on Amazon USA for right around $99.99, but this always has a coupon, which is nice, bringing the price down to $72.99. Quite a big value difference there. Let's look at the flashlight. Looks pretty futuristic. I do love it. Wurkkos. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, not a futuristic movie for sure. HD05. We got 3100 lumens. Got a throw of 335 meters. Nice. Some nice runtime. The wing light, pretty cool setup. I like that. Got a QR code if you want to learn more. Okay. On the back here, I don't know how close I can get this. Maybe I can get this close. Oh yeah, there we go. Super close. Got an angle, but there you go. You can see we have some modes. Different types there. Spotlight. It's got stepless dimming, which is nice. So you got 7 lumens all the way to 3100 lumens. Pretty nice. Some strobe, some red, got some UV going on, and of course the side light, which is warm and cool. Some drop resistance, waterproofing, IPX6, nice. Some weight, 235 grams. Okay, kind of chunky, but does the job. Time to fully charge, 3 hours. Okay, there's their site and contact information. Okay, all that stuff you need to know. We're done with the box. Okay, took everything out of there. Let's see what we got in the box. In the box, we get to start a show, the HD05, and right away, wow, this thing's cool. When I first got out of the box, I was like, whoa, this feels kind of funky. Got this belt clip on the side, and it's just got a angled feature to it, and it was kind of like, felt kind of odd in the hand, but now I like it. Feels well balanced. Feels just right for me. And I'll tell you why I feel that way, because I have another flashlight that's similar to this I've been carrying for quite a while. So yeah, nice to have it. So there's our HD05. What else do we get in the box? Charging cable, USB-C to USB-C. Okay, straight up, simple. And a little bag of goodies. We have a carry lanyard and a couple extra O-rings. Always nice to see those. I wouldn't have mind seeing a extra charge port jacket, but it seems that only Sofern and maybe ThruNite are the ones that do that. I think there's only 2 companies I've seen that actually do that. But yeah, it'd be nice to see that Wurkkos if you include an extra charge port jacket, since you do have a rubberized version on there. So cool. And then we get this manual. Now this manual's pretty large. I'm just going to go over the basics with it. We're just going to go over one section. So it's pretty much illustrated, which is good. So there we go. User manual, picture of it, HD05. Hey, see what you get in the box I just showed you. You can see table 1 there. It's going through the different modes and runtimes. I'll try to cover most of that, but in case I don't give them all, there you are. I probably won't get them all. Just going to go in slowly here. You can pause anytime. But yeah, there's a lot to this flashlight, so there you go. Just kind of going slow in case I don't want to blur it. So you get everything out of it. This is how to operate it. So again, it's pretty simple. I'll try to show you all those things. Again, shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Once you learn your flashlight, you'll know it in and out. It depends if you use this one all the time, which I assume you will, because you will like this light. And there you go. Now that's the illustrations, and then it goes to like all these languages, and then to English, and has a bunch of written text, which we're not going to really go over, but you kind of see how they get it listed here. And you have the charge status LED, low battery indicator, low voltage protection, temperature control. You get the idea. So, all right, cool. So we'll get rid of that. Step off to the side. All right, let's get to start a show. Let's zoom it on down, go over features and dimensions and everything, and compare it. So we have a length of 5 1/8 of an inch, or 130 millimeters. We have a width of 1 inch. So that's going this way, across this way. 1 inch width, or 25 millimeters. And then we have a height, from this direction here, of 1 3/8 of an inch, or 35 millimeters. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is liking this thing is awesome. I say a lot about flashlights, but look at this thing. It's just like, it's screaming like Blade Runner or something. Look at that. Sweet. Okay, if you guys don't know what Blade Runner is, you're too young. Us old farts know what that is. Okay, well, I shouldn't say that. I think there's a game out there, Blade Runner. It's fairly new. Okay, so there you go, HD05. Let's see what we got. Compare it with, we have a little AA powered flashlight. It's a baby. Little ThruNite saber right there. We have an 18650 flat top. There you go. We have a 21700 flat top. Now the cool thing about this flashlight, you can guess it, it runs on 21700 flat tops. Yes, no messing around looking for a button top that's not compatible or protected button top that doesn't fit. It uses flat tops. Thank you, Wurkkos, for doing that. I love it. Universal flat top. I can use this one right here, this Wurkkos, or Wurkkos with this Molly cell. Awesome. And then I have an 18650 flashlight, just to give me an idea for everyday carry, size, and what you're kind of sacrificing size for some capacity and some awesomeness. There you go. Now, the reason why I mentioned grip, now, I am so used to carrying this other flashlight, which you guys might recognize, and that's the Sofern IF23 Pro. This has a cool tubular design as well. As you can see there, it has a similar profile to it. They both have mag bases. So you can see where it got its DNA from, except it went all angular instead of tubular. So as you notice, this has a nice smooth tubular to it. And I actually had a hard time getting used to this one at first, and I'm like, oh, I like this. And so, yeah, you can see the differences here if I turn it upside down. So I got used to carrying this style versus this. But I started holding this more. I started getting to like this because it just felt natural when I picked it up. I knew exactly where the power switch was when I picked it up and everything. Just nice. Same with this. It's the same deal because it's round and top is flat, so that's pretty easy to figure out where you're at there, right? But yeah, just showing you the differences and why I thought this felt a little odd at first, but then after using it, yeah, it rocks. But, you know, just so you guys know, Wurkkos shares pretty much similar DNA with Sofern's anyway. I believe a lot of their models might come from the Sofern factory, or they might work together in producing flashlights. So there you are. Awesome. But yeah, this is a good light. Now you could pick this one up for I think right around $52.99 right now. This retailed for $87, just to give you an idea. And yeah, this isn't so great with the way they did the flood section and red sections and that. It RGB in the middle, I mean. But I like how they did it here. They did a foldable section, which is much better. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over features here. Let me just get my color back. There you are. Anytime I have blue on red, it does that. Okay, cool. Bring this back on down. Let's talk about features. All right, quite a bit going on here. So you know the weight is 235 grams. Okay, you know you know you're carrying it. Let's just say that. You'll know. So feature set. On the front here, we have a crenellated bezel. Okay, just mildly, just ever so slightly. Not a very super defensive thing. It's just kind of there for looks, I would say. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to get hit with this. So yeah, I guess it's somewhat defensive. All right, going to the front there, you can see we got a glass lens with anti-reflective coatings. And looking down there, we got an orange peel reflector, giving us some nice spill along with a good throw. That 331 meters, which you're going to see in this video. I went outdoors with this flashlight. You get an idea of how far it can project its beam. Down the bottom there, we have a luminous SFT 70.2 in cool white with a color temperature between 6 to 6500 K. So there you go. Awesome. So it's cool white for sure. Nice. And it's doesn't have a dome on it, so it's domeless. If you notice the Sofern, I think, had a domed LED in it. There you go. More output on the Sofern there. This is doing a lot more though. There you go. And then underneath it we have our secondary. So we have our red secondary and then we have our UV. So the red LED is dimmable, which is nice. It's got stepless dimming to it, which I'll try to show you. And it's got a little smooth reflector there. I thought that was kind of nice. And the UV section just says high or low. The UV section is 365 nanometers. Its output is 700 milliwatts or 1600 milliwatts, which I thought was pretty intense. So yeah, you get quite a bit of output for the UV section, which is, yeah, definitely nice. If you're trying to walk outdoors and you're looking for critters running around, yeah, that's a good thing to have. High output, baby. The body is your typical aluminum alloy, and it can handle a drop of around 1 meter. Not too bad. I think I've dropped this one to a tile floor. Yeah, it kind of sucked. I dented it. I don't know where I dented it again. Trying to find the dents. I know I dented this thing. It's right here. Yeah, it's a couple of nicks, but it fell like 4 feet on a hard tile floor. I'm surprised it got away with just that. So, yeah, that was cool. That it survived. So I think this can survive as well. Good to know that. So yeah, you got your hard anodized finish here. It's kind of like a gunmetal gray, which I think is pretty tough looking. Yeah, love the color. Looking really good there. So yeah, over here we have our USB-C charging. So if you look over here, we'll just pop this rubber jacket. There you go. Let's pull that over. Yep, your typical USB-C, like I showed you, it has a USB-C to USB-C cable, and it charges at 5 volts, 2 amp input. I know it's 2 amps charging steady. It might go higher, set up to 2.4, but I only saw 2 amps, so that's what I got there. Now the cool thing is most modes are available to you while charging. You just don't have the turbo, and that makes sense. But you're able to run all your other modes. So if you have this like mounted on a bicycle mount or any kind of other mount, because on the bottom here is a tripod mount, 1/4" thread, which I thought is awesome as well. If you have like an angle bracket or something, and you have this mounted on like a tripod or whatever, you can run it and charge at the same time, which is nice. So you just won't get your turbo, which makes sense. But there you are. So let's go ahead and just plug that back up. You get the idea, right? Yeah. So no power bank function. So just a simple setup, which is fine. I don't really need a power bank out of my flashlight, but it's handy on some of them I've seen. So what else we have? We have the folding lamp here. So you see it says 180. See it there? 180. Okay, so this has a little finger grips, because it doesn't just pop open easy. You can't just grab this easily and pull it, which is a good thing, I guess. It'll open up in your pocket and turn it on. So it's got a little friction, like a ball bearing. It locks in place here. You just pull and it releases. There's a little notched area. There's a little ball right there, a little steel ball, spring loaded. This opens up here like this. So you have this nice little like a reading lamp that you can read by. Pretty sweet. And of course you can swivel this all the way to 180. Yeah. I'll show you how that dims and color temperature changes in a moment. We'll go ahead and just close that back up. See, that's how that works. Yeah. Okay, and then going here, we got our deep carry clip. It's fairly deep. I mean, you're missing out this much here. It could be a little deeper, but it looks like you can remove it. It's got 3 plain Phillips screws. It looks like you could take it off if you didn't like it, and you're just pocket carrying it, and you're not needing the clip. Yeah, just take it off. Make it more comfortable to carry for sure. Back here, we have magnetic base, so it's not going to hold its weight up like horizontal, but it will hold it upside down, which is nice. And of course, it holds this battery, no problem. Yeah. And underneath that mag base, we have our, of course, lanyard hook points. Really nice ones. They're actually really thick spots there. That's amazing. And then going here to our battery, pull it out. They include a 5,000 milliamp hour battery flat top, which is really nice. Like I mentioned, I'm glad they did a flat top. Oh, I think it's going to stick to the, it sticks to the back cap. So this is a, flat top, 5,000 milliamp hour Wurkkos branded one. Yeah, and see, standard. I like standard. Standard length. Just get it lined up so you can see it's fairly standard. I guess it's just slightly, no, it's about the same. Pretty close. Yeah, there we go. We're dead on. So you can swap them out with any flat top. Yes, thank you. Looking down there, you can see the spring on the positive terminal as well. Very nice. It can handle shock if you drop it. Good thing. People forget that. Those little things matter. And the threading part is really nice on this one. The Sofer, not so nice. This one, really good. Feels nice. Even shows battery goes that way. Good. All right. Okay, let's get that nice and snug and demo this flashlight. Show you how it turns and the switch works. So going to the top here, we have a Hall Effect selector. Hall Effect means magnetic, which is neat. So there's no connection being made except with the magnet, which I thought was pretty nice. So that you lessen the ability of things wearing out. If you guys know anything about joysticks and game controllers, like I mentioned, this might have been from a game, Blade Runner. They use Hall Effect in their joysticks so they last longer. So you don't have to worry about cleaning them as often. That's nice. So I can see that being a thing to help waterproofing as well. So as you can see here, we have 3 selectors. We have UV pointed to the left there. Center is our forward light, our main light. And then R is, of course, red for our red secondary. So you got red there, and they correspond to how they're positioned to on the flashlight. But yeah, I like how they did that there. Turn it on. Our UV, our main light, and our red light. See how that works there. And of course, you can see that it has a power status there. So our battery's good, green. It'll tend to go flashing green, then to flash red, then flashing red as it drops down in voltage. Let's get our color back. There we go. So yeah, that's the selector switch. Pretty basic, right? You know where you want to go. Boom, you're on it. So it has a lot of things going on with the button. So let's talk about this button here. So the power switch, battery status LED, like I showed you, it has single press on and off. It has mode memory. So you just turn it on, turn it off, and then you can see here you have stepless dimming. So if you press and hold from on, you have stepless dimming. So this one's zooming up fast, turbo, and we'll go down, And it goes fairly quick, and then zoom right down to all the way to the lowest setting. So yeah, so 7 lumens all the way up to 3100 lumens. That's pretty nice. So from off, you can access eco mode. So let's show you. Let's go all the way to the top here. Look at some brightness to it. So from off, if you just press and hold, it'll start you out in the lowest mode, so you don't blind yourself at night. You're trying not to blind anybody else to in a camp site, like a small tent or something. Go right to the 7 lumen setting. That's pretty nice to have. So yep, from off. So from off and on, you can double press to access turbo. So 1, 2, immediately 3100 lumens. Yeah, beast. I love that. And then from on, of course, same thing. Right to turbo. Of course, hit it again, goes right back to your mode memory, and again to turn it off. Yeah, mode memory is nice having that. Beautiful thing. What else do we have? So from off and on, we have triple press to access strobe. Let's do that. So if you can handle flashing lights, look away. 1, 2, 3. And from this mode, you can go 2 clicks. Takes us to SOS. Nice. And then 2 more clicks. Takes us to our beacon mode, which I love having beacon. Thank you for adding beacon to a flashlight. I love this. This means a lot, especially if you're trying to signal somebody. Spiral scenario, and you want to get attention. You don't want to wear it on your battery. This is what you want. You don't want a flasher. You want a beacon. This is it right here. Nice. Glad they have that. So 1 click, turn it off. And from off, 4 presses equals lockout. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will lock out the flashlight. Confirmation flash. Now everything will appear dead. It just has a little flash there, telling you you're locked out. Repeat the process to unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're unlocked. You remembered where you were at. Nice. Now I believe when you're locked out, I forgot to mention 1, 2, 3, 4. When the light's locked out, as you can see here, if you press and hold, you do have access to eco, which is nice. So if you just need a little light and it's locked out, but you don't want to unlock it, you have access to some sort of light source. And having it on eco, momentary, not bad. Just press and hold, and then let go when you're done using it. Press and hold. Yeah, get the idea. Unlocked. All right, cool. So what else we got? We got the UV. Turn the UV on, and of course you just have a high or low. I think if you're on high, you let go, and then you turn it back on, it remembers high. And if you want to access low without changing it, you just press and hold, and it starts you out on low, I believe. Yeah, it did. See, there you go. Nice. All right, now red. Let's go to red. Red's a lot of fun. Okay, press it once, turn it on. Of course, press and hold will do your dimming. So bring it on up and then bring it on down. There you go, all the way to the lowest setting there. Nice. And I took pictures of it, I think, on high, but it goes anywhere from 90 lumens down to 8 lumens there. So that's quite a big range, especially for red. I mean, because 90 lumens of red's a lot of red. You don't need that much typically. Usually 10 or the lowest setting is enough of a red light source. And this also has a flasher too. Let me see if I can engage the flasher. So there's a red light, and I believe it's from on or off. Triple press accesses the red flasher. 1, 2, 3. See, nice. This is another one too. See, it's like a beacon. This will get somebody's attention in the dark. Nice. Or on the roadside, put this in the back window. If your brake lights aren't working or your hazards aren't working, at least you got a hazard type light. Nice. And of course, same with this light here. If you're on the highest mode and you start the flashlight, because it's mode memory on the red, you turn it off, turn it on. So it always starts on high. That's nice. You can start on low, just press and hold. Starts on low. So there you are. Cool. All right, so we're pretty much done, I think, with that part. Yeah, there's a lot to this flashlight. The video's going to be a little long, but that's okay. The folding part. So we're going to open this up. Okay, I think we are on, I don't know what setting we're on right now, but there we go. So your power switch all of a sudden is now something else. So you don't have to worry about what you're selecting. So if I change the selector, it doesn't matter. So now our power switch. So I can just do this while you're watching me do it. So power switch, if we press and hold, it will change brightness. Whoop, all the way up and whoop, all the way down. Let's just aim it down at the table maybe. Some cards there. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just press and hold that power button. There you go. Ramp it up, ramp it down. The same thing. It remembers mode memory, so it remembers what brightness you put it on, that infinity mode, which is a thing of beauty. Yeah, close it to 240 lumens. Nice. Bring it back down. Now, if you want to do the color changing, okay, color changing. So this is pretty cool. So what you do with the button is it's 2 and hold. So it's click, click, and the second click you hold. So 1, 2, and hold. And now it's going to color change. So now we're at the lowest, which my camera compensated already for. So let's see if I can just bring it in here. I'll try to demo this with the lights off. So you can see it's like really warm right now, the temperature. I'm going to see if I can't do it off camera here and go up. There we go. You can see it goes turning blue. Yeah, because if I do it on camera, it's like adjusting. If I do it off camera, you can see, let's go ahead, we're on highest brightness, and then we'll color change. Going to warm, and going to cool. Very nice. That's how that works. So now we're in blue. Okay, that's nice, and then... Yeah, it's hard to see on camera the color change, but I am color changing it. There we go. You might see it on my hands. But there we are, on the warmest setting. I'll bring it down, bring it down. There we go. And when you're done with that, fold it, turns off, and now you get your main light. Okay, so let's head to the garage where I took some pictures of the HD05 in action and head outdoors where I took some video, and then we'll do a quick benchtop demo and do final thoughts on the HD05 in action. Yeah. Let's take this up a little bit. Yeah, that's a cool flashlight. Love it. All right, so let's head to the garage where I took some pictures. So I am 15 feet away from the garage door. I took about 7 pictures here. This is on turbo, your main light, 3100 lumens. Yeah, that can light everything up. This will run for about 1.5 minutes before throttling down to 950 lumens and running the remainder of the battery out in 2 1/4 hours. Expect a total throw of 335 meters. Again, what you're going to see here in a little bit. Now we're headed to medium quotes. I call this quotes because I try to find kind of a middle ground, what you might use typically around the house. This is 450 lumens approximately. It probably has a runtime of around 6.5 to 7 hours. Now we're on lowest mode Eco. This is advertised as 7 lumens. It has a runtime of 254 hours. If you're in a situation where you need to conserve battery, run the Eco mode all the time. Now we're on the color mode Red. This is on high. This is 90 lumens right now. Expect a runtime of 3 minutes at this setting. Before it throttles down to 50 lumens, and will run for 11 hours at 50 lumens before running the battery dry. Now we're headed to Red Low. This is 8 lumens. Expect a total runtime of 62 hours. Again, if you're conserving battery and using secondaries, use the lowest setting possible. I recommend using this low setting. 8 lumens is a lot in a dark environment when you're using red. Now I decided to take a picture of the lamp on the high setting with a warm color all the way to the warm side. And this is 240 lumens. Expect a runtime of 3 minutes before it throttles down to 180 lumens, and we'll run the remainder of the battery at 4 hours. So there you go. Okay, so let's head outdoors where this flashlight goes anywhere from 30 feet up to 100 meters. You get an idea of that main throw. It's pretty impressive. Let's go check that out. Okay, I'm outside with the Wurkkos HD05. Turbo is 3100 lumens and a throw of 335 meters. Archway there's 30 feet. Tree behind it is 50 feet. Tree to the left there's 40 feet. Tree down range there's 100 feet. And then between the 100-foot tree and the 40-foot tree is a gazebo and 2 pine trees. I can just make it out, but the video probably won't show it. There's a tree at 100 feet. Tree there at 40, 50, in the archway. Stop sign's 100 meters. Seeing lots of spill here due to its short reflector. And we'll bring it back down. Okay, we're back to the bench. That was a cool outdoor video. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's do a quick demo and then we'll do final thoughts. I'll turn off these lights. Okay, right now it's on the lowest setting, Eco, and the main forward light. 7 lumens. You can see how the throw, and it goes right to the center there, hot spot. That's a nice setup, the way they did that with that short orange peel reflector. Really gives you a nice beam pattern. A usable one, which is good. I like seeing that. You saw that outdoors too. You got quite a bit of side spill, so you can see what's coming around a corner versus what's downrange as well. So kind of blended both worlds there, which is nice to see. I'm going to hit the ceiling. We'll just go through the stepless here. Go all the way up to turbo. Now we're on turbo and going down. All the way down to Eco. Alright, and I'll do just the edge spill here. See how quickly it ramps. Turbo. And then going down to Eco. There we go. And of course, let's save any mode in between. go, and press again. You can kind of go back and forth if you want to try to find that little sweet spot that you want to use. Okay, then we can switch over to UV. Okay, so our low UV, high. Pretty simple, right? Iron Man's glowing. Nice. All right, and then we'll switch over to red. Red's dimless, so we can dim this down. There we go. Nice and low and nice and high. There we go. Looking sweet. All right, and of course, the main light. Let's go switch over to our, bring this down low again. Let's switch over to our folding light. So we're going to bring the folding light out. See what's going on here. Nice. There we go. We're on the warmest setting right now. Again, off camera. Again, the camera's adjusting. I'm going to see if I can get it to where it doesn't. Just bear with me. Let's go about this setting here. Let's go 2 and hold. There we go. You can kind of see how it does that warm. I like the warm. Nice. And of course you can stand it, which is a thing of beauty. Stand it over here. Spot where it doesn't like to stand on my table. But yeah, you got a standing thing. Of course you can flip this in different directions. You can flip it straight up. Have a lantern style. I like how that swivels 180. That's nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Close that. And then let's go over to our radio. We do a RFI test. And then we'll do final thoughts. Radio channel first, right, guys? Yeah. Let's see. We got to change it. So we have to go frequency. Let's go to one of my sports stations. Yeah, 1000. MVP Chicago.
Series lead on the Flyers. Sports Center all night, ESPN radio to baseball. Baseball's best team, the Braves, playing in Seattle. And they get a mic.
Okay, great. As you can see, RFI, not bad at all. Sweet. Okay, final thoughts here. Let's go ahead and turn the lights back on. Okay. Here. Awesome. Bring in Iron Man. Iron Man. All right, HD05. Okay, what do I like, what do I dislike, and my final opinion. Likes, there's quite a few of them. So, beacon mode. Isn't that funny? That's the first thing. Now, there's no particular order, but it's funny how I mentioned that first. Beacon mode, I love it. Cool design. I mean, come on, look at this thing. Cooling fin on the bottom there. Charge port. Love the ankle design, the little grips right there. You got your belt clip there. Yeah, I mean, everything just screams, I'm tough. Get out of my way. Look at the front end on that thing. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, love it. Design, yeah, it's got it going for sure. Selector Switch, I dig this. You know, this is what you find like on your, what do you got going on? Do I have one of those? Oh, I do. Oh, man, I didn't bring this out. This video's getting longer and longer. It's stuck somewhere here. Look at this. Look familiar? See, this is one of those Olight Arc Pros. So yeah, you got the same thing, Selector Switch. Yeah, I like what they're doing with Selector Switches like that. Nice. Yeah, it's a cool little flashlight. Thought I'd show real quick. Forgot I had that handy. So yeah, it's Selector Switch. Love that. I think that's awesome. It's a Hall effect, which is amazing. The red UV secondaries, hello, you know. Those are always nice to see on a flashlight. I mention it all the time in my videos that I love it when a flashlight has that. And yeah, it's awesome. You know, this the Arc Pro I just showed you, it doesn't even have red on it. It has a UV, it has a green laser, but it does not have a red light. Well, they have a light version that does, but, I mean, come on, you're spending a lot more money than this light to get this, and you don't get that? What? Red's important. It really is for night vision. It's very important. You'll know if you use flashlights in the dark, red is good. So what else I like about it? I like the electronic lockout, which I showed you. I like the nice throw and flood that orange peel reflector provides. Just a nice standard reflector. I like that design. It's just, personally, it does the job. You know, you don't mess with perfection, right? The Swivel Lamp section, which I showed you, I love how you can change the color on it. I love all the stepless modes, the ramping. I mean, ramping of the red secondary? What? Who does that? They do. Absolutely fantastic. Fast charging, 2 amp charge. Oh, and the big one, being able to run 2100 flat tops. Thank you, Wurkkos, for that. I love that. I mean, come on. It's like every flashlight company should do that with a flashlight. They're going to use a cylindrical cell, use a flat top, because you can do all the protection circuitry in the flashlight. Come on. Yeah, that's smart. Loving it. I think I covered everything I like, right? Good run times, tripod mount. I mean, that's going to help a lot of people. Now, it's in a weird position, but if you use like an L bracket, I think it's okay. Maybe it was on the bottom, but really there's no spot to put it anywhere. Yeah, I don't see a spot where you could do it, really. But that's where they put it, to put on the back end. But yeah, I like having that at least. I mean, it's there. So you might find a use for that. I can see myself using that on a tripod. That'd be a cool setup. Just like some wants. Well, what I'd want on this thing is an RGB. That would be nice on the swivel lamp section, because there's enough room in there. You could have like a row of, like, say, cob lighting, RGB, just because then you could have like a blue or a green if you're reading a map or doing certain things where you require different colors. Something that it would be nice to have. Or some mood lighting, you know? Sometimes you want some mood lighting. Another thing I'd like to see is a holster. So if you're not a fan of this clip, you can put it in a holster. I think an included holster would have been a nice idea. So Wurkkos, if you're thinking about adding to this, included holster would make it rock for sure. And I think most people would agree. So overall, the HD05 gets a solid recommendation. Yes, all day long. I love this. It has all the light modes most users are going to want. But just make sure to watch for good sales. If you're spending anywhere near retail, you're spending too much. You want to spend kind of where I showed you, right around 72 or below, and you're going to get yourself an awesome flashlight, a premium light that does quite a bit. So there you go, the HD05. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I sure enjoyed making it. Went on rather long, but I showed you everything about it, so you should have no question about what it can and cannot do. But if you do have a question, just comment below and I'll answer it for you. So if you enjoyed these videos, give a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future Wurkkos flashlight related videos. I like Wurkkos. I always have since the beginning of me reviewing flashlights on Lightwaves. I've liked this brand. I've always been reviewing Wurkkos. One of my favorites, and so Fern too, of course. Great companies, love their lights. So, and yes, and comment below what you think about the HD05 down below. And yeah, we tell what you think. Is it something you like? Do you have a this guy here, the Sofern IF23 Pro? And are you still using this? I was using this for a long time for everyday carry. Now I'm using this around the house. I might take it with me back outside, or I might use this one for outside. I'm not sure. I do like the throw of the 05 better than the flood of this. I mean, I do like the idea of seeing a little further down range, so I might be using the 05 for my future. Let me know what you guys would do with yours if you got an HD 05. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next awesome video.